Hey beautiful ladies, how is everyone doing today? It is your girl Mama Mia hopping on here and doing what I do best as your empowerment and body image coach, using this beautiful gifted gab to give you a little bit of inspiration, a little bit of motivation to get you through your day, your week, or whatever the case may be. First of all, let's just appreciate this lighting that is going on right now. And girls, y'all know how good lighting works. But anyways, so like I said, I am Mia, your empowerment and body image coach, here just to give you a little bit of motivation. And as always, if this video motivates you, please share it with your friends, because you can't have me all to yourself, girlfriends. So right now I am in Mobile. I am at the Mobile History Museum. I believe that's the name of it. I am on my way back from New Orleans. I spent the weekend out there. Well, the 4th of July, I was at the Beau Rivage. I went to go see a aerial and acrobatic show out there that was off the chain. Then I went to New Orleans for a day to visit with my best friend, my sister Lissa, who came down for the weekend to do the Essence Festival, and I met her there. And now I am on my way home, but I decided to go ahead and stop and check out the museum, spend the day out here in Mobile. Because I am on this thing now where I'm really trying to live life and just experience new things and get outside of my comfort zone. But what this video is about today is I want to give you some key tips that really helped me get to where it is where I'm at right now. Now, just a few, 2-3 years ago, maybe 2 years ago, yes, I had my business. Yes, I was hustling at that. And I tell people all the time, I have always been a hustler. But for some reason, just like pretty much majority of my life, but this new chapter, I am absolutely changing it. I was always working, always putting in the hours, always going out here getting 2 or 3 jobs. And I was never getting anywhere. Is it just me, or have you ever felt like that? Like I was busting my butt, I was, doing the work, I was putting in the hours, but I was still hitting this plateau. I was never getting anywhere. Nothing was progressing in my life. And I always believe things are brought to you when it's your time, when it's your season, when it's ready. So maybe that's why you're watching this video right now. I was really ready to make a change. Things were just happening in my life, and I was ready for the next level. And the movie The Secret was brought to me. If you have never watched The Secret, my friends, I absolutely highly recommend, without a doubt, watch it. If you've watched it and you haven't seen it in a while, go ahead and watch it. When I watched it, something just clicked in me. I knew, it almost was like this aha moment. This is what I was missing. This is what I was waiting for, because I knew that I was putting in the work, going to work, doing these 2 jobs. I've always been a hustler, like I said, sometimes hustling the things I wasn't supposed to, but I've always worked, and I just felt like there was a link. And when I watched The Secret, I got ridiculously obsessed. I watched it every day, if not twice a day. And then I started putting the steps into action, and that is what I want you to do, my friends, because I am a believer 100 times over, because that's why I'm doing what I am right now, that this is what I was missing. So if this is for you, these are some of the tips I want to talk about. One is changing your mind. You have to change your mindset. You have to believe in yourself, that you deserve whatever dreams or goals that you have going on, without a shadow of a doubt, and you're going to do whatever it is to get you there. Yes, I was a hustler. Yes, I've tried different jobs. Yes, I've even tried different businesses. But when the times got hard, when things were looking rough, I can honestly say I gave up. I stopped and went back to doing what I typically did, was bartending or waiting tables. I didn't stick with that business idea. I didn't stick with filling out the applications to do better. I didn't go back to school. I didn't do the workshops. But when I decided to make up in my mind that my business was going to work, I didn't care what anybody said about me. I didn't need any support from anybody else. I stopped blaming everybody else for why I wasn't getting ahead, and I changed my mindset, and in my heart, I knew that I was the one who had to change. And when you start right there, my good friends, things are going to just open up for you. Because when times get hard, you're going to know your why. You're going to beast it out. You're going to go through it because you are ridiculously focused. I was just joking with my sister how long it had been since I had been dating, and it was 4 years. And I told her, I was like, I'm going to share a little information with you girls. But I was like, I went celibate on accident. Yes, I said it. I looked up. I was like, it's been 4 years since I've dated, and what? And because my head was down and I was focused on my business, and I was like, I don't care what anybody says about me. I don't care who doesn't believe in me. I don't care what bills were due. I don't care what obstacles I had to overcome. I don't care what clients I had to go out there and get. I went on ahead and made it up in my mind that I was going to stick to it and I was going to do what it was that I had to do. And when I did that, when times got hard, when there was no money in the bank, when I was hungry because I had to pay my instructors versus paying myself and going out to eat, I did that and I beasted it out. So that is the first one. The second thing I want to talk about really quick is you are going to have to surround yourself with positive people. Surround yourself with positive images, messages, and I mean ridiculously. I became stupid obsessed with motivational speakers, videos, workshops, webinars, podcasts, things that I could listen to on a daily basis in the field of where it was that I was going. So speaking and motivating is what it kind of worked out for me, because that's what I knew that I wanted to do. I wanted to be a motivational speaker. I wanted to be a Les Brown and a Zig Ziglar and a Jim Rohn, which is who I started following. And I ridiculously listened to them. So listen to these podcasts, these webinars. Surround yourself. If you can go to conferences, if you can go back to school, if you can go and be an intern for what it is that you want to do, surround yourself with those people. And if you can't do it physically, start with the internet. So you will get engulfed in that, and the way you see things will absolutely change. The second thing I did was I got a morning routine, and I know people say, like, what the fudge does that have to do with success? But when I started to setting my days with intentions of where it was that I was going, how it was I was going to do it, when I started giving my gratitude, when I started meditating and changing my mindset and clearing my mind, new ideas started coming to me, new ways of thinking started coming to me. I had new ideas for my business, my confidence built up to where I would try all these different things. You absolutely want to do that. Affirmations is another thing that's a part of my morning routine. It is key. It is huge. I stopped blaming everybody else and saying why I wasn't getting ahead. And I started saying, I can do this. I got this. I am the captain of my ship. I am worth, all of these things. I would say that. And at the time, you might not think it's doing anything, but I promise you, my friends, it is. And the biggest thing I want to say that I got out of The Secret was not only visualization, meditation, not meditation. Morning routine, meditation, things like that. But it was visualization. Right now, I'm at a point in my life where I go out and I travel and I do all these different workshops and speaking engagement with all these other ladies. I have been blessed and honored that within the past, I'd say 3 months, I have spoken in Chicago, I have spoken in LA, Atlanta, in Alabama, in Florida. I've been able to travel to Indiana, to Tennessee, to do all these things. I'm going to Bali. I'm taking a women's retreat out to Bali, taking women out there. And I have done more traveling within this past year than I have in the past 15 years. And I remember not having the money in my bank account, but I would visualize the money being in my bank account. I would put it in my vision board. I would sit there in the morning and I would visualize me like doing all these travelings. And even when I started coaching, like being able to coach clients online. And that's what I do. Like right now I'm traveling. I had 2 clients this morning. My sister called and said she's going to be in in New Orleans. And I was like, okay, I'll get the studio covered. I'm coming out there to see you. My mother wanted me to travel with her last weekend. I got the studio covered. I traveled with her. My aunt asked me to come out and do a speaking engagement. I went out and did that with no problem. And I visualized myself doing these things. I did a vision board. I remember I would look at it every morning, and I tell people, and I do have another vision board party coming up, but I would tell people I would visualize in the morning me traveling, and I would feel myself doing that. I would put a smile on my face, and I would do these things. And my friends, whether you know it or not, you are making things happen. You are attracting that to you. And now I am living it. Like people kind of see this now, like, oh, Mia, you're always traveling and you're doing all this. Trust and believe it wasn't always like this. but I knew I wanted better. I made a choice. I decided. I got a great morning routine. I worked on my mindset, which is huge because I tell people all the time, you cannot solve the problems in your life with the mind that created it. So you have to change that mindset. You have to change the way that you think. You have to step outside of the box and put yourself outside of the comfort zone. You have to be willing to do things over and over and over again. And that's the last thing I'm going to leave you with, because I got to go, is repetition is key. You might not see it work today, tomorrow, next month, 2 weeks from now, 3 months from now, but I promise you, if you keep beasting it out, my good friends, and do it over and over and over again, do the thing, it will pay off. I promise you, my good friends. All right, I'm done. I hope this video helped you out, because just like I said, I get it. I get it. Not, nobody believing in you not having the money, you saying I can't go do this because I don't have the money for that. I used to say that all the time. No, I can't attend that workshop. I don't have the money. I can't go on vacation. I don't have the time or the money. I would say these things all the time. And I changed the way that I thought. I changed the way that I spoke. I visualized where it was that I was going. I got me a mentor. I got a life coach. I got somebody to help me out because I decided to make the change. And now I am living a life full of passion and purpose, and I want you to do the same. All right, my good friends, I am done. Now, back out to this museum, and I'm going to go get me something to eat. But anywho, as you know, if you are interested in a free clarity session with me, just to see if we would be a good fit for each other and I can possibly be your life coach, definitely comment below and let me know. Other than that, remember, if you're at a time where you're not believing in yourself, I believe in you, and sometimes you have to believe in the belief that others have in you before your own belief kicks in. Now, peace. See you next time, ladies. Check this lighting out. It is amazing. Okay, I'm gone. Gotta go. Bye. Love you, girls.